Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Lost. This is the 10th episode of the first season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So double digits, can't believe we're this far already. Usually, you know, most seasons that we do watch on the channel is only 10 to 14 episodes long, but this is going all the way up into the 20s, which means that we're not even halfway through the season. It's crazy and we're this far into it. Now, I'm excited to obviously see what today's episode brings to us, because I thought last episode was the perfect time to mix it up just a little. Yes, we had the continuous story of giving everybody's backstories. It was a Saeed episode and, you know, his past pretty much, obviously, him going through, working as a soldier in it, and you know, we found out who the woman was on the picture as well, and you know, it's giving that motivation to push through and obviously get off the island. But by doing that, obviously his story on the island was very interesting, because he's in search for trying to find the power source. Obviously that's sending a distress code, and he's found this big massive cable that's running from the into the sea / through into the forest. And what he's decided to do, which I think is really smart as well, he's hold it in one hand and walk, you know, and obviously like pull it up as he's walking to try and get to obviously where the source is. On his way, he seen a trip mine. He stepped over it, but he got caught anyway, and he was dragged upside down. Now, it's interesting because that does show that other people are here, and obviously he was cut down and taken away, and the camera took so long to try and focus in on the person that was talking. Where is Alex? You know, tell me where is Alex? And they were speaking in Spanish, speaking in French, and speaking in English, so I thought it was really, really interesting. And it turns out that the woman who was on the distress call, who said that she was on the island for 16 years, was in fact still alive. She's called Danielle. And you know, she was explaining, well, she looked like she was a little bit crazy. I'm not gonna lie, she looked like she was going a bit loopy, just because of obviously being in this location for so long on your own. Then it is gonna send you you know, a bit down, you know, not the normal path, if that makes sense. She was saying that she hears voices in the trees, and Saeed was like, oh mate, I just feel like, you know, you've been here lonely for so long, the voices are not really there. And she was explaining different things. You know, she was saying how there's others on the island. There was a big loud noise that was above, and you know, she was like, hopefully it's a bear. And I was like, mate, she's hoping it's a bear. And do you know what I mean? Like, there's something worse than that that's on the island. And even Saeed clocked it and was like, wow, that's strange. Do you know what I mean? Why would you want it to be a bear? Surely that's bad. And then he ended up obviously escaping. They both pulled a gun on each other. She ended up saying, you know, she ended up killing a couple of her crew that she actually come to the island with, because they started losing their mind. The island started getting to them, and he was saying, look, I'm saying, do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna kill you here, but if you want to come back with me, you know, we'll accept it. Do you know what I mean? Come and see our camp, you can integrate with us. She decided not to. She just said, mate, watch the people there, see if everybody starts changing. And I also mentioned that, you know, she mentioned that there was others, so that means that there's Saeed's camp, and obviously there's others on the island, but we don't know who that is yet. And I noticed that last episode that there was a random new dude just dropped in. I can't remember his name. Was it something like Ethan? He turned up with Locke and dropped a suitcase down with Hurley, and then obviously he searched for it and found some golf balls, and they all had a game. I was like, where's that guy come from? Like 9 episodes in, we've not even seen him before. So now, I mean, I'm on the lookout, me thinking, oh, who's who, do you know what I mean? If Danielle's here, there could be somebody else, so I'm excited to find out, obviously, you know, what unfolds for us. Thanks for checking out today's video. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode. Oh, she's not pregnant now. She's got to be dreaming. What the hell?
But I don't understand. Why?
It was your responsibility, but you gave him away. Everyone pays the price now.
Oh, wow. She's bleeding though. Is she having a baby now?
What happened?
Yo, that scream that she produced, like, was like a terror scream. How can I say it, mate? When Sawyer was in pain, when Saeed was attacking him, his scream of pain sounded real. Like, sometimes you just get a scream. Hers sounded like fear. You know what I mean? I could feel the fear in the echo that she was doing, which is really good. But maybe she has a baby today. That would be really interesting / unexpected, because we've had literally no build up to it. Yeah, she's pregnant, but, you know, it would be like, right out of nowhere.
Must have been a hell of a nightmare. I'd say when someone makes a fist so tight they dig their fingernails 1/4 of an inch into their palm, probably weren't dreaming about riding ponies. Did you ever sleepwalk before?
No.
How was your OBGYN in Sydney?
Good. She was good.
She was okay with letting you fly in your 3rd trimester.
Yeah, I went for a checkup week before and she said we'd be fine.
Eating enough?
Born bananas.
Here's a pink. Okay, it's definitely 2 lines. My uncle, you know, we thought he had testicular cancer. You remember that?
He did. He's
It
dead.
was a bad diagnosis.
I am 6 weeks late, okay? 6 weeks. That never happened.
If we wanted to, we could do this.
God, yeah, but with what? I mean, my $5 an hour job at Fish and Fry?
I mean, I've got my painting.
This isn't what we want.
This could be like the best thing ever. I love you.
That was a good segment, that, actually. Do you know what? I'm actually a bit surprised that is Claire actually getting a backstory, because, yeah, okay, we're in the 10th episode, but I reckon that she's only been in maybe 3 of them, and not very long. And I would class her as a reoccurring cast member. Every cast needs it. Do you know what I mean? It's like Gunther. I always use it for Friends. No, definitely not the main cast, but every time they're in there, probably in half of the episodes, you know, throughout the whole franchise, and it's just 2 minutes here and there, bit of laughs going, somebody that you can, you know, relate to and enjoy, and they're just always there. Just make it a bit better. Do you know what I mean? And I felt like that would be her role, but she's getting a full-on story, which makes me think that she's going to potentially be main cast or / is for the remaining of the season.
Well, this is a first. You standing still, middle of the day, doing nothing.
I'm doing something. Water goes out, takes the sand with it, and you sink.
New plan. You're gonna just sink your way right off the island. Saeed, be proud.
It's been gone for almost a week.
Something tells me he'll be okay.
Dear Diary, still on the bloody island. Today I swallowed a bug.
I'm all right, Charlie.
No, of course you are. It's just, think about you. How hard it must be for you. If you needed someone to talk to, I'm here.
You know, I kind of like Charlie, you know, I go up and down with what I feel about him.
Charlie.
Okay.
At least he kind of knows he
Honestly,
feels.
Dad's whole loft. I'm officially moving in on Tuesday. You know, maybe we should...
Nah, you're not backing out now.
I don't need somebody telling me, you know, what's going to happen or how to live my life.
I'll need your hands.
Not allowed to tell you anything bad, are they?
So when did you find out about the baby?
2 days ago.
She hasn't told her mum yet. We're afraid she...
Well, what, should I not tell her?
I'm sorry.
What were you going to... What did you see?
I'm not doing this reading.
It would just scare her, that, though. Mate, you give her her money back, though, so respect to that guy. Okay, that seemed like it was actually real. Oh, it's again.
What? What's going on?
Just now, you just ran away.
We should find out, check the surrounding cave.
Wait, hold on. I'll go.
Hurley, come on, let's go.
Yeah, this thing, like a needle. Like he stabbed me with it.
Has she actually been stabbed with it?
It's okay. I'm out here looking for some psycho with Scott and Steve, right? Where the hell are Scott and Steve?
Yeah, that got get in there.
Look, we don't know who's living here and who's still at the beach.
That's
we
it,
don't even
Hurley.
know each other. I mean, we start laying down the law, maybe people stop attacking each other. It seems like someone's getting punched or stabbed or something every other day here.
Makes so much sense. It makes so much sense that it's just mad how they've not done that before. And I mentioned it last episode. It's like they listened to the outro and he was like, tell you what, I'm going to put that in the next one. Because it does make sense. You don't know who anybody is. You don't know the backstory of everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like, they could be all criminals. Like Kate, don't really know. Or, do you know what I mean? They could all be great people. But the fact is, these people now that I'm seeing that I've never seen before. Never seen that guy who had the rash, the hives, and his wife, and the guy that get the suitcase, and I think he just popped up in that little thing there. I think he said Stephen somebody else, but I think they was actually mentioned. You know, when he was on the beach, Michael said, like, yo, come over here. And he's like, oh, I'm not him, I'm him. And he's like, I was laughing. I was like, it don't matter, just both of you go. But that's it, mate. Get a list, check it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice, you know what I mean? Pretty much, and then you can start ticking it off.
You want to close your eyes? I'll be here all night.
Wow, we have drapes now.
I know. I didn't eat all the chips. There's another bag.
I can't do this. This isn't working. Oh, and you knew that?
I what?
There's always some plan, some responsibility, somewhere that we have to be, someone that you have to talk to. What's it gonna be like when the baby comes?
But you said we should do this.
Yeah, now it's real. How about my painting? My life?
I knew this was gonna happen.
I have done nothing, okay? I've done absolutely nothing. You were supposed to be on the pill.
No, it's not over!
I'm out of here.
Thomas!
What am I supposed to do in my life? Fuck your life, mate. It's about the kids now. If you're a dad, your life's ended and a new one's starting.
Get everyone's name and place of residence.
You already know my name. I lived most of my life in Tustin, California.
And reason for travel?
I was looking for something.
So did you find it?
Yes, now, I reckon.
No, it found me.
I'm not sure anything actually happened.
Wait, what? Claire told Michael and I that this attacker tried to inject her with something. But there was no mark on her stomach.
So what do we do?
Claire's due in a little more than a week, maybe 2. If she stays stressed out like this or has another panic attack, it could trigger an early labor.
Your name's Lance, right?
Ethan.
I think after a couple weeks on the island with the same people, we'd all know each other.
Yeah, you're right. You would think so.
Last name?
Rom.
Great. Where you from, Ethan Rom?
Ontario.
Well, that should do it. Thanks for your time, dude.
You know, my question is, I know that Canada speaks quite a lot of French, which I think is really interesting, actually. You know, they speak English and French. I think it's like half and half country. So, like, even if you didn't be able to speak French fluently, you would have, I'm assuming that Canadians would have a good concept of French words, and if somebody said a couple of them, they would understand what they mean. Maybe that's a way they can figure out maybe if this guy's lying, or anybody else that says that they're from Canada. That's what I'm thinking anyway, because, you know what I mean? If you're from a country that speaks a certain language, and then obviously you start saying that, like the French woman comes, for example, and starts talking, and he doesn't understand, you'd be like, oh, hang on, that's a bit strange. You know what I mean? Because mainly most of that country do speak it, and you would have some sort of concept of it.
This situation that we're in, it can kind of mess with your head a little and maybe make you see things that aren't actually there. The more upset you are, the more dangerous it is for you. I want you to take these. It won't harm the baby. Claire.
You think I'm making this up? And you want to give me sleeping pills?
They're not sleeping. Look, it's a very mild sedative, Claire.
If she goes to the beach, he's got to.
You wouldn't give me a reading. I was hoping you would now.
When did he leave you?
Last week. Is that why you didn't want to do my reading last time?
No. This is important. It is crucial. Yourself. Raise this child. This child, parented by anyone else, anyone other than you. Danger surrounds this baby.
I'm putting this baby up for adoption. I just wanted to find out what would give the baby the happiest life.
I am begging you just to consider.
I can't raise this child by myself.
You have to listen to me!
Okay, thanks for your time and my money.
Miss Littleton, please!
Gotta stop calling me. I'm going to see adoptive services tomorrow.
Great danger will be.
Okay, great danger will befall you if you don't stop calling me in the middle of the night.
At least hear my plan first.
Good night. He thinks I'm making all this up, but none of it really happened.
Prove your sanity, you go tromping through the jungle.
Why the interrogation?
You're like the 20th person to ask me that. Why is everyone so uptight about answering a few questions?
Maybe we're just not cool with you setting up your own little Patriot Act.
Yeah, Claire, the pregnant girl, you know her? Kind of got attacked.
You know your life would be much easier if you just had the manifest. We crossed out all the names of the dead after we burned the fuselage, so should be a full roster of the rest of us.
I'm just gonna lay it out straight. I hear you had the flight manifest, and I need it, want you to give it to me. Tell me to screw off.
Screw off.
Or you could just give it to me. You could use the points.
Manifest is in a brown suitcase.
There we go, Sawyer. That's it.
I'm fine, but I'm fine, okay? I don't need rescuing. I don't need... I need you to go get Jack.
What?
I'll be all right.
Not let anything happen to you. I might not know what I'm doing, but I'll figure it out. If I can kick drugs, I can deliver a baby. I'm a drug addict. I was a drug addict. I'm clean now.
Get Jack!
We found you an apartment. It's a really nice 2-bedroom place, and we think you're going to be really comfortable in it.
Upon your discharge from the hospital, you'll be given an additional payment of $20,000.
It's not working.
Yo, it's a sign, isn't it? It would be a sign.
I'm sorry. I can't do this.
What? No!
Okay, what is it? What's your offer?
Ethan, are you all right? You need to go to the caves. Run to the caves, get Jack. Tell him that Claire. She's having a baby. Jack's coming. How you doing? Okay, breathe. Inhale. Exhale.
Someone promised me it would be different.
he was wrong.
Found a couple in Los Angeles who are very eager to adopt. The baby will be safe. This is what must happen. 12,000. The other 6 when you arrive in Los Angeles.
I don't get it.
Embarrassing.
I actually don't get that bit.
And after everything, he was just full of it.
All he wanted was that no one else raise your baby, right? Maybe he knew.
Can't go tomorrow. I have to get my...
It has to be this flight. It can't be any other.
There was no couple. He knew. He knew about the plane, what was gonna happen. Oh my God, he knew.
See what I mean? Like, I need more of that story, if I'm being honest. Again, you know, if he knew that that plane was going down, why so badly send her? Now, I know that maybe he had 2 visions. You know, he had one where, yes, it is true. Definitely what he said, that she has to raise that baby. Be part of the group or whoever it is. You know what I mean? She could raise it with Thomas, she could raise it with these, but she has to be there in the kid's life. So he might have known that factually needed to happen. And then he also seen as well that the plane crash was coming. And obviously he seen that she'd survive. And he put 2 and 2 together and was like, look, mate, you know, that is the best chance right there for them. But that's some like hardcore stuff, isn't it? And you've got to be 100% certain that that plane was going down, because if she made it all the way to LA and nobody was there, do you know what I mean? That's madness. But again, you know, if you... I was going to say, it wouldn't make any sense, because he was telling her all that time that she had to be involved in the baby's life. And then she was going to give it up to somebody for 20k. And then she said no. And then she went back to him. And then he said that she would get 18k if she went to LA. So then that didn't make any sense. And it didn't stick to his true story of being in the baby's life, that she had to be there. But now, if he did know, like Charlie was saying, it would make sense that he knew that they'd be together here on the island. And to be honest, I was going to say earlier on in the episode, that baby could possibly have the best life. And I know that sounds mad, but like, where you're born, that's all you'll ever know. And you never know you've missed out on anything. So you'll enjoy the stuff that you got there. So if I was only ever born in the trees, I would enjoy climbing them and hunting and running around. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, in the real life, I enjoy different things. So if I got put there now, it feel like I've been deprived of what I currently know. But that kid would be brought up with so many people around it that's taking care of it. They'd have like 40-odd people that looked after it. And it'd have so much love. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like in this location, if there wasn't crazy people coming and trying to take you and kill you and stuff like that and things wrong with the island, you know, the baby could have a good life and much love.
What the hell is Jack?
I think I'm all right. Maybe that was the last one.
You sure you're all right?
No pain.
You think you can make it back to the caves? I won't let anything happen to you.
I found her. The French woman.
What happened?
The woman on the island.
I had to come back. I had to come back.
We're not alone.
And Locke looks intense, doesn't he? Like he wants to go and kill someone. Do you know what I mean?
We got a problem. The names of everyone who survived. All 46 of us. I interviewed everyone. Here, at the beach. One of them isn't in the manifest.
Hello there.
Oh, it's Ethan. Yo, that's good actually. I'm glad that we've introduced somebody quite early in, to be honest. 10 episodes. Been quite surprising the last few. I've enjoyed it. You know, like I said, I didn't expect Claire to have this full-on background story. I thought that she's going to be a recurring cast member, but it seems like she's going to be maybe elevated to the main, considering she's going to have this baby, and it seems like there might be some focus around that. Also, I'm really happy that, you know, certain things have been addressed in terms of, one, I was saying, who the hell is this guy, this Ethan? Not because he was sketchy or anything, but because why is it the first time we've just seen his face in 9 episodes? At least that woman, do you know, who was sat on the plane next to Jack, who we've not really seen, she would be a recurring, or I don't know if you would class her as a recurring. She'd been like 2 episodes. But her, for example, if she popped up in episode 11, I would be like, who's that woman? You know, like, why is she looking for a husband? Do you know what I'm saying? Why? Because we've actually seen her a couple of times, as well as the 2 other names that they mentioned as well. And I was like, yeah, Michael's on the beach with them. He shouted over the wrong name, and he was like, yo, I'm Steve, or something. He was like, don't matter, come on. Like, they've seen them. They've been there, they've walked around, I've seen them in the background. Like, so then when they appear, I'm not like, who's that? That's so random. But the guy with the hives, I thought that's the first time I've seen him. I was like, where's he come from? again, Ethan, last episode, or the one before, where's he come from? And then again, you know, it's good. I said that they should have a list. They should go down. They should check it off. They should see who's who and all that stuff. And then obviously you get this episode, Hurley's done it. Somebody did try to attack her. What's going on? He's like, look, mate, we don't even know everybody here. Yes, we're all kind of strangers. We might think we know each other. We might all be best mates right now. But the fact is, we could all have some crazy past and nobody knows who everybody is. And we've been here for a couple of weeks or whatever. And like, we still don't know who Ethan is. We still don't know who that guy is. Maybe we should get a list and start actually making our way through it and getting to know everybody better. He's gone around doing his own little interrogations. I would say maybe Ethan was getting caught out because he was saying he's from Canada. And I was saying in Canada they do speak English and they speak French as well, quite heavily. And maybe somebody actually, like the French woman, come over and started speaking and he was confused and he didn't even know any of the words at all. Do you know what I mean? Or even Shannon could have said something. That is how they could have caught him out. But no, this one was even better. They went and got the manifest. They've gone through it. They've checked it out. Do you know what I mean? And they've compared them both and he's not there. Did he say his name was Ethan Nom or something? So that was interesting. And he's the one then, that's attacked Claire. He's the one that wants the baby. And he is from the island, which is exciting. It actually really is. And like I said, it's so easy for them to drop people in. It actually is very, very easy to drop people in. Because they've not done that list beforehand. Which means that even if they did do the list at the start, when that chaos was happening with the crash, they could have snuck out from the trees and implemented themselves within that crowd. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously gone forward like that and pretended to be one of them. So I'm excited now. You know, we're introducing new characters. We've got Ethan, we've got Danielle, and then obviously we've got her, Claire, as well with her story. It's getting good. Okay, and that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Episode 10 in the bag. Ended very well. And again, left us on a decent cliffhanger about who these others are. And there's got to be way more than Ethan, hasn't there? Let's be honest. You know, if he's there, there's got to be more. Now, we've also seen episode 9, Danielle, she referenced that they was there as well. And they, you know, basically she was saying that she had that power supply that was able to do the transmission for the distress call. And, you know, Saeed was trying to say, well, the power supply that you got here inside this little bunker that you've got for those batteries, you know what I mean? That's not strong enough to actually, you know, send a call out. She was saying, well, had that until they come over and took it. So she obviously referenced that there was others, but we've not really seen them. I didn't know what they would look like. Didn't know if they've dressed differently. But no, they've one hiding here in plain sight, pretending to be part of who they are. And now, obviously, it seems like they're going after... you know, they're going after Claire's baby, which is very, very interesting. Maybe it's because, you know, actually, I don't even know what it is because, you know, I'm assuming that there's male and females on their island and they can reproduce. But if not, maybe they're hoping it's a girl and, they, you know, it could keep their kind of like tribes alive, if that makes sense. I don't know. It is very fascinating, though, that they're going after the kid. Now, we did see that he tried to, well, somebody tried to... I was just not strangle her. I put a hand over her mouth. Do you know what I mean? And she said that they tried to inject her with something. Maybe they don't want the baby here at all. Maybe they want to kill it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if they want it or they want to kill it. And that's the interesting thing. Now again, you know, if we've introduced him here, hopefully in the next few episodes we see more and more of them start coming out of the, you know, out of the trees, out of the forest. Again, you know, what is this polar bear doing on the island? Are we going to address that? And you know, where has it come from? That's what I need to know. Honestly, I really, really do need to know that. You know, I can't have the show never address that. It makes no sense why it's in this location, and you know, I want to see why and where it's come from. But in terms of the Claire storyline, I thought it was really good. I liked it. I mean, her boyfriend was a proper arsehole. He was the one, like, I was going to say, oh, mate, fair play. You know what I mean? He's buzzing. He's happy to be a dad. He wants to be there, you know, and support her. But as the episode progressed, you know, and she was falling into the motherly habits, you know what I mean? Going to meetings, checking out this, doing that. You know, working a schedule. I can't do this. I just want my beers. You know, I want to chill with the boys. What about my painting? You know, I can't do this. I've got a life. No, you haven't got a life anymore. That's the thing. Yeah, if you have a kid and you decide to be a dad and a parent, your life as you are ends and a new one begins, and you have got responsibility. And do you know what I mean? I literally dislike that guy. Anybody, people like him in real life, you know, how am I supposed to do this? What? So you just leave then. You've got free will. Do you know what I mean? That's the only part where a guy kind of has the benefit. He can just get up and go and it just gets accepted. She's got to stay there pregnant. She's the one suffering. She's carrying it for 9 months. Then she's got to make the tough decision whether she's going to bring it up herself or give it away. You know what I mean? You've made that already. You've not seen the baby. You decided to just back out and backdoor it because you can't handle it. So, do you know what I mean? I didn't like him at all. And it was interesting that she was going to sign the baby over. I was going to say contractually, I would love to actually know what that is. So she's gone in and she signed it. Yeah, baby's now yours. Sweet. I'm going to get on a plane, obviously from Australia, fly to LA. When I get there, it's your baby. But it was Melbourne, but just for example. Now, on that plane, it crashes and you survive on an island. And just say you was there for 5 years or something, obviously in the wilderness, bringing the baby up yourself, and you decide to keep it. Obviously, when you're rescued, you know, you've got that connection, you brought it up, you love it, you know what I mean, you change your mind. Would that contractually be their child still, or what? Do you know what I mean? But it's not been delivered to them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be really, really interesting to find out, because obviously it is surely things in contracts like a force majeure, I think it is, like, so like in construction, you sign a contract, say, yeah, I'm going to build this, and then obviously, like, if a hurricane comes and knocks your building down, it's like, mate, it's an act of God. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing that we could do about it. It's not my fault that it's not there in time. And that's like the same with her. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a situation that you can't control, and I'm excited to see her have this kid, to be honest. I want to see, well, they could take it or kill it, I don't know yet. You know, we ended interestingly, but there's so many people there that could help her and bring it up, and, you know, the responsibilities that everybody would have to get, we'd have to work around it, you know what I mean? Hopefully, if that is the case and she does have the kid, I would like the seasons to jump years, if that makes sense. So, like, if we jumped, finish this season, if she has it in the next few episodes, and then when we start season 2, it could stay as a baby. But then when we start season 3, I would like it to be like 2 years into the future, so the kid's like 2. Do you know what I mean? Walking around a little bit, making noises. You know, next season, another 2 years, it's like 4, it can talk now. It does little things, you know, jump to season like a 4 or 5. Kid's like 8 years old, running around. Do you know what I mean? He's played in the trees. He's like a proper mad cave person. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would like anyway. I wouldn't want the whole 6 seasons for it to just be a little baby in a cot that you rock around and feed. Do you know what I mean? I would like to see the progression of it, but who knows if she's going to even be here? Who knows if the baby is? What's Ethan's plans? How many of them is there? Where they hiding? Did he live in the trees? Had he got underground bunkers? What's going on, mate? Maybe we find out next episode. But that was a good way to end. I'm excited and I can't wait to find out more of that story. Thanks for checking today's video out. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.